If you're looking for the best ways to get rid of these eyelid mites called demodex, and chances are you have these, a lot of people have these, here's some of the best eyelid wipes and cleansers that I have used and my patients have used that are actually effective at killing and getting rid of these mites. Let's focus in. So these mites can cause something called blepharitis, more specifically demodex blepharitis, or inflammation of the eyelids. It can cause them to get red, can cause pretty bad dry eyes, can cause rosacea, can also cause styes. So we're going to break this down into 4 different categories or ingredients that you're going to look for in these cleansers. First ingredient is tea tree oil. Now tea tree oil has been around for a while, so you will find a lot of different cleansers with tea tree oil in there. Has been shown to be effective in many studies to eradicate demodex mites. Now these are just a few that I have tried and a lot of my patients have tried. One of the more common over-the-counter wipes is from OcuSoft. They have one that's called Oust, specifically made to kill demodex, and it also is given in their allergy wipe as well. There's a little bit of tea tree oil in there. Optase carries a lot of different eye products. A lot of them are very good, and their eyelid wipes are also great with tea tree oil in there as well. Novea was one of the nicest wipes that I've tried. When I actually tested a bunch of different wipes out, this was ranked for the top eyelid wipe that I liked the best, and it has tea tree oil in there. Now, if you are wanting to get aggressive, there are different cleansers out there that have a little bit higher dosages of tea tree oil in there and are specifically made for demodex. One big one that's been around for a while is called Clearadex. They make a wipe and a cleansing soap that you can rub on your eyelids. It can work really well. A lot of patients have found success with these. Now, with tea tree oil, a lot of people are sensitive, including me. So you get into the higher dosage products of tea tree oil, it can actually be irritating. It can actually sting, burn a little bit on the eyelids. It can be very irritating on my eyelids. So I tend to stick with the lower dosages type of eyelid wipes. But you should definitely try this if yours is bad, because they can be effective with the little higher dosages. If you get into really higher dosages, we're talking above 5%, it can be more irritating than it's worth. And so kind of stick with these with the lower dosages. This is probably as high as I would go, is Clearadex. The other one that I like is from Tear Restore. Their Hyla wipe has been one of my top eyelid wipes for a long time now, and I still use it to this day. So definitely look at that one. I'll still put a list of other ones that maybe I didn't show in this video that I've tried, so make sure you check them out in the description below. The next ingredient to look for is Manuka Honey. Now Manuka Honey is fairly new in its findings of effectiveness against demodex mites, but studies have shown that it can be just as effective as 50% tea tree oil, and it has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, so it could be super nice on an inflamed eyelid. Now, because it is kind of fairly new, you'll find less products or less cleansers that have Manuka Honey in it. The 2 big ones that I have tried, one that I actually still use nearly every day, every morning, is MyboClean. This is a cleanser that I can use on my eyelids, and it has Manuka Honey, Dead Sea Salt, coconut oil, aloe vera in there. Super comfortable for my eyes, and I feel like this is one of the bigger things that actually controls any kind of blepharitis or dry eye outbreak. And so I use this one. I love it. I'll put the link in the description. The other one that I liked, and this was one of the top eyelid wipes, another one by Tear Restore, but they actually have a wipe that has Manuka Honey in there. So also great, very soothing, feels really good, and it works really well. So check those out. 2 other ones that I've seen but I haven't tried out yet are blepharitis Pro and Optimal Eyelid Cream that has Manuka Honey in there. I want to try them out, but I haven't yet. But I'll put that in the list below as well if you want to check those out. Third ingredient to look for is Okra Extract, and you're really only going to find this in one product, and that's called Zocular. So Okra Extract has been shown to be effective at killing demodex. Now, this might be a good option for those people that are a little sensitive to the tea tree oil, because it has been compared to tea tree oil to being effective but also less sensitive. Also has some anti-inflammatory properties in there, so it can be really good on the eyelids and less irritating than tea tree oil. Now I did try this, and it does have a little bit of irritation to me just right after I first use it, but definitely less irritating than tea tree oil. This company also has some other Okra Extract products, some in-office procedures that some doctors offer called the Zest treatment, where they actually can debride and get off any flakes or debris that are caused from demodex mites. Now, from what I've read in the studies, you want to be using these for 3 months. Now, you can use them twice a day, but you do want to use them for a while, because demodex can be tricky to get rid of just because they're fast life cycle, and different stages of life, you want to keep using them to get rid of all the generations and different stages of life. With tea tree oil and Manuka honey, same thing. You want to do twice a day if you're really trying to get rid of demodex mites, and you want to be continuous and be compliant in your use. So meaning you're using it every day. Use it, try and use it for 1, 2, 3 months if you can remember. Now this is one of them I wish I would have included in my full demodex mites video. By the way, if you want to check that out and learn everything you need to know and other possible treatments, I'll link that in this video so you can check that out. But I wish I would have put this in there because I think it was a good option. Fourth ingredient, this one might be a little bit controversial, and this is hypochlorous acid solution. Now hypochlorous acid spray and wipes have been around for a while and can be very beneficial in treating blepharitis, specifically bacterial blepharitis. When they went to study the effectiveness against demodex mites, they put a bunch of demodex into hypochlorous acid, and at the 90-minute mark, they weren't even really effective. They were still swimming around in hypochlorous acid. They were pretty much doing backstrokes, having a heyday, and didn't seem too affected. And so when you're talking about adult demodex mites, this probably won't do anything. But they did find that it was effective in the nymph stage of demodex. So it's effective in a certain stage of life for demodex. So that's why I still wanted to include it on the list, as this still might be an option if you're thinking maybe you have demodex and you want to try this, but really might not be effective on all the other stages, specifically adult demodex. And so you really have better options out there, but this can still do something. So if you tried any of these, which ones were your favorite? Leave them in the comments so you can help everybody else out. Again, I'll put the link to this full demodex video so you can learn everything you need to know. Stay focused.